everyone, welcome back to my channel, Side Hustle Seattle. It feels like it has been ages since I made my last video. I've just been enjoying the holiday time with family. Hopefully you all have too, but I'm looking forward to getting back to making videos and talking with you all. So in today's video, I actually have two goals. One is to celebrate hitting a huge milestone on my channel, and that's hitting 10,000 subscribers, which I am ecstatic about. And the second is to talk more about mentorship, how to go about finding a mentor, what exactly is mentorship. And you may be confused about why I'm putting both of those in the same video, but you'll see why in a second. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So first and foremost, I want to start the video out by saying how thankful I am to have hit 10,000 subscribers. When I started the channel in 2020, I had no idea that I would get to this point. I had no idea if people would even interact with my videos. And so to be here now is like truly a blessing. I'm so thankful for anybody who's commented, who's DM'd me, who's emailed me, who's interacted with my channel, who shared my videos. Like truly cannot do it without you all. And when you do something like YouTube, it's very easy, at least for me, to have like imposter syndrome, right? To feel really skeptical about the things that you talk about. So the fact that you guys are so supportive, believe me, I'm so grateful for. And I want to give back by giving you guys the number one thing that I get asked, which is mentorship. The number one question I get in my email inbox or even in my DMs is like, hey, can you mentor me? Can you mentor me? And if you have ever been one of those people that reached out, more likely than not, you got the response something like, hey, I don't do formal mentorship, but if you have general questions, feel free to email me and I'll answer them as best I can. And that's the truth. I don't do formal mentorship, mainly because I just don't have the time for it. I have a full-time job, other side hustles, family, etc. Probably like a lot of you all, and just have never found the time to actually do it in a way that I think is beneficial for you guys. But coming into the new year, I will have a more formal mentorship program, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, I want to give 10 of you each a one-on-one, 1 hour mentorship session with me if you feel like you need more information about how to get started and run or whatever other questions that you may have. Now, to be clear, I try to give as much information as possible in my YouTube videos, so that way you don't have to like reach out to me directly or you don't have to Google it. You can just go watch the video and get the information that you need. But even with that, some people feel like they still need to talk things through, and that's fine. Like I understand that I'm that type of person too sometimes. So if you are one of those people and you want to subscribe to the giveaway, all you need to do is subscribe to my channel, leave a comment about why you would want the mentorship, and that's it. And then I will pick the winner next Saturday. So that is on the new year, that is on the 1st. I will pick the 10 winners for that. Now, I may not be the right mentor for you, right? Like it's really important to pick the right mentor. And that is what I want to get into in part 2 of the video, which is what is mentorship? Why would you need a mentor? How do you pick the right one? Because again, yes, I'm offering mentorship, but it's not one size fits all. So let's get into how you actually go about finding a mentor if that is something that you're looking to do. Now, anytime you're starting a new job, a new venture, a new goal, you may be looking for more guidance or direction on how to do it. And so you may be looking for a mentor. Like I personally have a mentor at work that's helped me navigate my career. And I also have one in the Ron space, someone you've probably seen in a couple of my videos, and that's Sean. Now, a mentor in general, yeah, it can look different to different people and it can look different based on the situation, but at the end of the day, it's just somebody who's more experienced in an area that you want to learn about, who helps give you guidance and direction. What a mentor is not, and this is very important, is a magic 8-ball to success, right? Like a mentor is not going to do the work for you. Think of it more of an add-on to the hard work you're already putting in, rather than the end-all be-all, okay? So mentor is great, but it's not the secret sauce. So just keep that in mind as you're looking for a mentor to navigate whatever goal you're trying to reach. So what are some of the benefits of having a mentor in the first place? I keep it pretty simple. I think one of the benefits of having a mentor is just cutting down the learning curve, right? They can tell you what to avoid, what are some common mistakes, just give you a general jump start. But easily the hardest part about mentorship is finding a mentor in the first place. Now, it should go without saying, you should only choose a mentor that has achieved the results that you're also looking to achieve. And the results can be anything, right? It's gonna vary person per person. It could be making X amount of money per year in whatever business that you're doing. If you're doing online business, maybe X amount of sales, or it can be something more subjective like how to achieve work-life balance. It doesn't matter. I'll use myself as an example, right? If you're looking for just how to know like basic Ron stuff, how to get started with Ron, just like the bare basics, I'd be a fantastic mentor. But if you're looking to learn how to make 6 figures with Ron, I'd be a terrible mentor. Like, I wouldn't choose me because I haven't done that before, right? So it doesn't make sense to go to somebody who hasn't done what you're looking to do because they don't know how to do it. So keep that in mind. Make sure you only choose a mentor that's achieved the goals that you're looking to achieve. So when it comes to actually asking somebody to be your mentor, I have a few rules of thumb that I use, and that's to try to be a little bit more specific, right, in what you're actually asking for. You don't want to be like, hey, can you be my mentor? Can you teach me? Or hey, I want to make 6 figures. Tell me how. That's so broad. It's broad and it doesn't tell anybody anything about you, right? So it makes it really hard for them to actually guide you. Tell them who you are, what you're doing, what you're looking to accomplish, what you do know, what you don't know, what you've done, right? Like, it's a lot easier to teach someone when you know what they don't know. And if you tell me like, hey, how do I get started in Iran? And I'm telling you the basics that you already know, that's a waste of time. So it's a lot easier if you come with exactly what you know and exactly what you're looking to get out of it. Also, please do not ask somebody a question that you could easily Google. Main reason, it just shows that you're not willing to put in the legwork, right? Like, don't ask somebody super generic that you could have spent 5 minutes Googling, because it shows that you're not resourceful, you didn't put in the legwork, you're not taking it seriously, right? I've been given that feedback before in my career. So always make sure that do as much work as you can on your own. Again, a mentor is somebody who's supposed to be supplemental, right? They'll help you fill in the gaps, but they're not gonna handhold you. I had an old manager who always used to say, like, nobody should care more about your success than you do, so you need to put in the work, and that stuck with me forever. And so now I make sure to do as much as I can on my own, and when I feel like I've hit a wall, that's when I reach out to somebody. So just make sure if you are approaching somebody, please make sure you come with specifics and you come with what you actually want to know. Now, one thing I absolutely have to say when it comes to mentorship, never wait for a mentor to start doing the thing that you want to do. It doesn't matter if you're looking to launch a business, if you're looking to be a notary, if you're looking to do whatever, yes, do your research, but it should never be, oh, I'm waiting for a mentor in order to start. That should never happen, right? Because again, a mentor is supplemental. It's not the end all be all. So always just get started. Try to figure it out, figure out what you know and that you don't know. Like, a mentor should never be the blocker from you actually starting to try to achieve your goals, believe me. Now, something you may not want to hear, but is definitely the truth when it comes to mentorship, it can often be a little bit like quid pro quo. And I don't mean that in a negative way. It just means an exchange, right? Like, you often have to give somebody something in return for their mentorship. Now, what you give them can be a lot of things. It can be money, as in you pay for the mentorship, or it can be favors, right? I remember watching a video by Martin's Notary Service. Great channel, by the way. If you haven't watched that, absolutely tune in. She drops like so much information and knowledge. But she was saying that she really wanted to get into real estate. And so she found this real estate mogul. And instead of just being like, hey, can you mentor me? She was like, I know that he's gonna need some documents notarized, so I will offer to notarize some documents for free in exchange for him giving me information. So again, it can be favors or it can be money. Like, at the end of the day, you're taking time out of people's day, out of people's lives, that they could be making money, that they could be spending with their family, that they can be doing anything else. And we're not entitled to people's time, right? So it is rarely free. And even if you email somebody or DM, you're like, hey, just quick question. Quick question doesn't mean quick answer, right? And you're probably one of many people asking for a quick question. So just be realistic about the actual cost of mentorship itself. One thing I think, though, is great about the notary community, people are so transparent with their earnings and their successes and even their failures. Like, when I go on my Facebook groups, so many people have posted their earnings for the month, right? So if you're like, hey, I'm in this state and I want to make 6 figures, you could scroll through any notary group and probably find somebody who's done that, right? And I think that's a great place to start when you're trying to figure out who to reach out to. Just remember the general things I told you, right? Make sure it's somebody who is already aligned with your goals. Make sure to come with specifics. Make sure that you're prepared to either give something or pay something in return for that mentorship. And if they do it for free, awesome, that's great. But just don't expect that. And lastly, don't wait to start because you're waiting on a mentor. Never do that, right? You can do this. You don't have to have a mentor, right? You can be successful all on your own. I think mentorship is great if you find it, especially if you find the right mentor, but you don't have to have it. So never wait to start something because of a mentor. Also, if you find a mentor and you realize they are not right for you, it is okay to do a different mentor or have them stop being your mentor. Never be nervous to say, you know what, this isn't working for either of us, right? So that is okay. Also, you're clearly giving your money You don't owe them anything. So if a mentor is not working, it is okay to move away from them. But let me know your thoughts. Like, if you're a notary and you have a mentor or you've mentored people, how'd you go about it? Like, how did you go about finding your mentor? Do you find it helpful? Is it free? Does it cost you money, time, favors, etc.? If you mentor people, do you charge them? Do you do it for free? Like, how does that work for you? And if you don't have a mentor, are you looking to get one? Why? Right? I'm curious. I'm interested in everybody's conversation around it because people feel differently about mentorship. And again, if you are looking to do the 10,000 subscriber giveaway, where I give a one-on-one mentorship session, 1 hour mentorship session for 10 people, subscribe, leave a comment. As always, thank you so much for watching my video, and I will catch you in the next one.
Yeah.